We going? You going on gaming with Gates? Is that what you're doing?
Not YouTube, the Owner's Box channel. Yeah, that's live.
Yeah. Oh, the Owner's Box. Okay, gotcha.
It's live.
Let's see. This is man.
That's live.
Oh man.
There we go. So good evening, good morning, good day, good afternoon. Man, welcome to the USFL Presents the Owner's Box. You know, number one or the only PS4 talk show that I know of that's going around in the Madden community. Man, it's been a long time. I mean, last time I was on here, I had a low haircut. I'm, out here, big hair. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. After months and months of waiting, we're finally back, Madden 20. I'm a good guy, the co-host. The first episode is only right to kick off the new season with the commish. We got Bill. Thank you, fellas, for joining. And, welcome back, man.
Yeah, man. Looking forward to another great season, man. I mean, we kind of run Madden to Madden, so I know some guys might be burned out, but I think this is probably one of the best Maddens I've seen in 5-6 years, man, for sure. So it's easy to get hyped about it. That's for sure.
Definitely. I do want to tell people that the floor is open for questions. You know what I'm saying? While you're here, I can actually see the comments live on YouTube. So if you guys want to hit me or hit us with the questions, we'll definitely answer them live. I do first want to talk about Bill, man. Let's talk about some of the rules. Well, Ty, you've been quiet, man. You got any intro for these people? It's been some months, man. The last episode we did was February 6th, 2019.
Yeah, I mean, more the same. Everybody's been asking for the show. You already know what it is. You know what to expect. You know what you're going to get with us. We're going to break down games. We're going to break down teams. We're going to cause some controversy. We're going to keep it real. We're going to call some people out. We're going to prop some people up. Same old, same old.
Definitely, man. Well, let's dive into some of these rules and updates. Bill, you can take it away, man.
Yeah, we thought about a bunch of things, and we kind of put our heads together and try to get the best Madden out there. So we made a couple things change. So if you reach out to an opponent, you're trying to schedule your game, they don't get back with you within 24 hours. We're going to throw you on auto. That's not. I mean, if you're not into it, you're not into it. We get it, but these, you only got 48 hours. So in 24 hours, if you haven't picked up your phone and looked at the group me chat and haven't responded in some way, shape, or form, we feel hey man, it's time to you're not that interested. So just keep that in mind. It's not. It takes 2 seconds to say I'm working till whatever. Let's do it then. Try to work something out. Try to work a game out. So that's one of the changes we made.
You know what?
We also we shorten the time. If you miss a game, if you miss a game time, say, "Oh, I'm gonna play you at 7:00." First day. If you miss it, man, within 1 hour, if the owner wants to, we can throw you on auto. It's all about communication. You're wasting an owner's time. That's not cool. You're wasting the guy's time. That's just wrong. So if you haven't responded within an hour, we're going to throw you on auto. Bam, there you go. You had your chance. Now, if you get in touch with that owner within that hour, that's that owner's discretion, man. You're really wasting his time. So if you can't show up, maybe you can reschedule. Communication is key. That's the big thing. We want everybody to communicate. So when somebody's, when somebody wants to schedule a game, you're not wasting their time because everybody's time is important. The other thing we did was sometimes you schedule late on the day before advance. So anytime past say 10 o'clock, if you're going to schedule your game at 10 the day before advance, we're going to shrink that to 30 minutes. Because hey man, it's some of us, we're all over the board from East Coast to West Coast, and so we got to be respectful of everybody's time. You might have 7 o'clock, 10 o'clock for you might be 7 o'clock for somebody else, but everybody's got to work and make money. So that's another thing. These are all in the on Daddy League in the rules. So if you want to see them, they're there. Just read them. They're really it's like a 5-minute read. It's really quick. I'm not going to go into a lot of things. We didn't change a lot of things, but I'm talking about the things we did change. So one thing that we didn't do last year, and it was in the rules, but we really need to start doing this. Admin, if you ask us to put you on auto, you're going on unlimited auto because you can put yourself on auto. I mean, if you got the app, you can put yourself on auto. Why do I got to be, putting you on auto? Now, so if we're going to put you on auto, you're going for unlimited. So that could get you the next time. Oh, you're building the player. Well, guess what? The CPU picks your next thing, but you're on auto. So bam, you're not building that guy, or you're not getting your gold. You're not getting your gold XPs. So keep that in mind. That's one of the things we changed. We're just going to do this year. Keep in mind, and this is something I always say. If you're playing the CPU or for some reason, we give you the force win. You don't want to play the CPU guy can't play. He's on auto, whatever.
Okay.
You only get 5 of those. But if you're on auto, injuries are going to be on. They're going to stay on. So there you go. You take a chance on that. You can play the CPU. That's up to you if you want to play the CPU. But if you take that force win, it's going to be with auto. So you could come out of there with 2 or 3 guys here. This Madden seems to hurt a lot of guys. I don't know. So we tried to simplify things too. We made a trade only post. So if you make a trade, you can put it in GroupMe. You can post that trade. There it is, right there. That's all it's for. It's nothing. It's not not banter. Hey, what will you give me for? No, it's for posting a trade. There you go. That's all it is. That way we can keep track of it. You get 3 a year. We're trying to simplify. That's what we're trying to do. Obviously, some guys, if you're new to the league, if you're playing the CPU, there's no super sim. Obviously, that's it. Now I'm going to touch on some of the rules that we have changed.
Yeah, can we get to some of the big ones like
Big ones like okay. Now it's been asked for years, for 2 or 3 seasons now. A DB can be a DB. You can put him wherever you want to.
you can play
CB,
fine.
safety,
Fine.
whatever.
Fine.
That,
you know what I'm saying?
fine. Yeah. Well, there you go. All right. And then that's we talked about it. We want to be as sim as possible. So that happens all the time. That happens all the time in the NFL. You'll bring a guy up up on the line. You'll bring a safety up on the line. You got that hybrid player that can do that. So we want to make sure we do that. The other thing is the H-back or fullback. Yep, you can use a tight end as a fullback now. There you go. You wanted it, you got it. So that's another rule change, man. Hey, it's realistic. It is. It's what happens in the real NFL. Some teams don't even carry a fullback, so that's not a requirement anymore. You don't have to carry full. I don't think the game requires you to carry fullback. So if you're going to carry 3 tight ends and one of them's going to be your fullback, so be it. That's what we've done. We opened it up for you.
That's huge.
And then it is. It can make a difference, man. You could steal the edge with the quick guy that's got nice impact block or lead blocking. So yeah, it's a big deal. So some of the other things we didn't really change. O-line. They're kind of interchangeable. We don't care if it's a center, guard, tackle. It's an O-line, right? And then the same thing with the front 7 on D. Linebackers it can move down the ends deep. ends can go to DT, all that stuff. It's just the front seven we want to keep the same way. Now, the only thing that we didn't change, and this was talked about, and we actually tied in the admin chat, which is kind of a weird thing. But anyways, we're still not allowing your safety to come down and sub as a linebacker. That's the only thing. No subs. There's probably some packages that do that anyways, and some formations that bring that safety down. So I don't think it's a huge deal myself. So just don't put him in there. If as you do your lineup, make sure you don't have a safety in your sub LB package. Let's see.
Can we talk about Ty? I know you were big on it. And I see it finally is here now. The away team streams for the playoffs.
What about it?
I said that's like new this year, where the away team streams for the playoffs.
Well, yeah. I mean, one of the things that I tried to look at is if you look at what a home field advantage is, it's the team that's had the better season having some type of advantage. Well, if you go 15-1 and you're Cletus and Ty goes 10-6 and I'm a wild card, but since Cletus is home, he's got a stream and everybody else in the playoffs has a chance to view his stream, his advantage is neutralized. So we thought it'd be more fair and more specific for the losing, well, not the losing team, the away team.
The lower seed.
Stream. Yeah. Now, the one thing that Bill touched on that I wanted to say that I'm super passionate about, and I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna be my axe to grind this year, is the whole owners that think the league revolves around them. And I'm not calling anybody out by names, and no Gates, I'm not talking about necessarily you.
I wasn't gonna say that.
No, I know, but I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
It really bothered me last year because there are multiples of people that think the league revolves around them. They think only their time is important. They think they're the only ones with a life and something to do. And they have no problems committing to playing people at certain times and having people wait around. And then when you say something to them about it, they don't like it, or they get upset, or they get defensive, or they wonder why you advanced and they didn't get to play their game. And that's nonsense. Everybody here is grown. Everybody here has jobs. Everybody here has lives, wives, girlfriends, families, kids. Nobody's time in this league is more important than anybody else's. So we really went hard on trying to fix that. And that's something personally for me. Every commissioner probably has something they're passionate about. That's my passion. And I'm really going after people that jerk other people around time-wise. So I'm going to do everything in my power to ensure they lose games or they get removed or something happens to them. It's not cool. It's disrespectful. And have respect for everybody else. I mean, these games are our as it is. So a lot of us are telling wives and girlfriends, hey, hold on dinner, or let me hold on me having time with the kids to play this game. And some jackass is on the other end going in 30 minutes, in 30 minutes, in 30 minutes, in 30 minutes. Hey, nah, never mind. My bad, bro. Tomorrow. No. Come up off that game. You're going on auto. We're going to move on. Done deal.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
Well said.
Yeah, it's hard to come off after that. I know you guys.
I got just a few more.
Go ahead.
One of the things is we want everybody to mix up their play calling. We understand some guys are going to run a formation. They're going to run a scheme out of formation, and that's part of the game. You're going to line up in the same formation, and you're going to run multiple plays out of it, hopefully. But we don't want you to continue to hit on the same play. And you know what? Oh, but I hot routed and it's not the exact same play. Well, yeah, three of the routes are the exact same, but you hot routed one route, so you can say it's not the same play. That's not gonna fly this time. We're not gonna cut that. That's you got to mix up your play call, and that's gonna be one of our points of emphasis because we just can't have how many times you see an NFL team go out and run the same play three times and three times, even in a quarter or something. It does never happen. So we really want to make sure that you don't do that. And this year, it's going to be worse than ever because you lose two X factors. That could be a game. You could lose your game quick, man. So it's easy enough. I mean, there's like 500 plays in the playbook, man. You got to, you run a dozen of them. Come on, let's just mix it up. And same thing with D, man, too. A lot of people like to do cover three, and you know, so it's easy to do that. And I understand a lot of hey, if you're stopping it, and they're like, well, hold it, you can't stop it, so I'm going to keep running it. Well, yeah, but that's not, it's not real sim ball. We did talk about changing the no huddle.
Okay, we'll get there, Bill. We'll get there. Don't jump a little too ahead. We'll get there. Let's break it down in segments.
Okay, gotcha.
Because that's the conversation like you kind of had last night off the camera.
Yeah. Oh man, that was a big one. Yeah.
So
all right. Well, I'll stay out no huddle, and I'll go to free agency bids.
Oh, gotcha.
Because free agency bids, we want to make sure that everybody gets a fair shake. If you can't afford a guy, then you can't afford the guy. All right. So, if you got a yellow bid, that's not going to cut it, man. We want you. The bid should be green. Now, and it's pretty specific if you look in the rules. If it's a 30-year-old player or older, and he wants a 5-year deal or whatever, if you just match what he wants, we get it and say, oh, okay, I'm going to give him a 2-year deal because he's still got 2 years of good play in him. But if you're matching, you're just saying this is what he wants and you shrink it down to 2 years. We get it. You don't want to hold that liability for 5, and if he takes the 2-year deal, fine. But if you're throwing a yellow bid out there, hey man, that's going to be a heartbreaker for you because we're going to make you drop the guy, and that means you're going to lose all that bonus money. And there you go, man. So you're nowhere further along than you were before. You got no guy and you lost a bunch of money. So just keep that in mind when you're making those free agency bids, because I see a lot of times free agency was a joke, man. But last year there were some guys, they really made some of these older players keep on to some of their abilities a little longer. So that free agency can really pay off. If you need a position player, maybe you need a pass rusher on third down. Some of those things can pay off, and so we want to make sure that you're paying for the quality of player you get.
Cool. So I know you touched on like thoughts on gameplay. Ty, is there anything you have as far as gameplay goes? Anything topic wise?
I mean, I'll try to hit the bigger, more obvious ones. I definitely think everybody said it, so I'm not breaking news here, but the game is definitely a lot more fluid. It's not as herky-jerky and helter-skelter. I think that really improved the run game. I think I was talking with Boone about this. You actually don't even have to juke anybody in the run game. That's how smooth the run game is. You can literally weave your way in and around people without necessarily even having to juke if you follow your blocks right and set it up. So I definitely think that's going to – I think the league was super pass heavy last year, but it's always pass heavy. But I think this year you're going to see a lot more explosive running plays, especially if you've got the Le'Veon Bells, the Saquon Barkleys, the Ezekiel Elliott's, the Todd Gurleys with their X factor. So I've noticed that. The other big thing on the pass side is that precision passing, I think, is a little more difficult this year. You've really got to have the exact right type of touch on the stick. I mean, I played a Pro Bowl game, for example, with Drew Brees, and I directed a pass, and he literally threw it almost all the way across the field to the opposite safety, and it got picked. And this is Drew Brees. So if your quarterbacks don't have the necessarily the awareness or the skill set, like you got to be careful with that precision passing, so work on your timing. The other thing that I talked about with Cletus that I think is really going to change the landscape of the game is I really feel like the deep passing game is nuked this year. But I think that's all right because it's realistic, because there's a combination of things that we've done to ensure that you're not going to see Ty having 7 receptions with Will Fuller for 400 yards and 7 touchdowns, which is real. One of the things they did was Lynch, you're literally like Patrick Mahomes or like 3 other quarterbacks in the league. Nobody else has these ridiculous throw powers anymore. Like Brock Osweiler, who's typically a 97 on all the other Maddens, is a 90 this year. Christian Hackenberg, who's typically a 95, is like a 90. So now you can't throw the ball as far. That's one. Number 2, with this long elongated hitch in their throw to throw it deep, and with the pass rush being more ferocious, not necessarily having the blitz, you can't throw it as deep. You don't have the time to throw it as deep, and you've got this weird hitch. So I think that I'm not saying people can't hit a deep pass, but it's going to be extremely, extremely difficult. The other thing that does is I was talking to some other folks, and folks was like, "Oh yeah, speed really matters this year." Honestly, I kind of think it means less this year, for the simple fact that since you can't have the deep passing game the way you want, you can have an 89 Janoris Jenkins, and he can stay with somebody. Even with I ain't saying he can stay with Tyreek Hill, but what I'm saying is the odds that the ball can get to Tyreek Hill are greatly reduced. So it's not going to matter as much. You ain't going to have that much time to get the ball downfield. So I think speed is not going to be as important this year. I think the run game is going to be huge. I think precision passing is going to be a work in process for a lot of people. And I just think the gameplay is fluid. I think it's going to be a good year.
Yeah, I know. Like just doing some research, talking to some like one or two of the EA game changers, man. They said like, EA really wanted to focus on getting the pass rush better, because they said like even last match, like you could just stand there all day and throw the ball and just throw the ball and just throw the ball. And this year they're not allowing to do that. They said like coaches came in and really said you only have like 4 seconds, in the real league to throw the ball. You know what I'm saying? So I know they really focused on that. I do agree, Ty. Like this is one of the smoothest motions, as far as the characters, like the animations and everything. It's super smooth. The animations, even on possession catches, are smooth. They don't like catch and pieces go down. They like catch and get down real fast. Catch and get down real fast, which I think is huge. Also, I don't know if people have noticed, like linebackers now aren't getting crazy jump animations.
Yep.
If they even get animation at all, you know what I'm saying? If you don't have a Bobby Wagner or Miles Jack or Deion Jones, something like that, you're really not going to get an interception or even animation. Which I
just like that too. I think the hit stick, I've been saying I felt for the last few matches is overpowered. But now with how fluid the game is, people ain't sitting ducks no more. So I think the folks that are hit stick heavy, that are in love with that, really got to think twice about it, because if you mistime it even slightly wrong, that's a touchdown.
Yeah, you can't hit stick and be the last guy. The last.
You know what I'm saying? You better not. Your tackling's got to be on point this year.
You better not.
Especially in open space.
Yeah. So
you can't spam X either.
Yeah. Vortex and automatically you press X and spam it and get a tackle. Like you gotta kind of really shadow that dude and make sure that you can square him up.
Yeah. Now, Bill, somebody asked me. One of the owners sent me a text and said, "How many times can you stay in the formation in a row? Like if he's in that formation, he runs 3 or 4 plays out of that same formation. Is that okay?"
Yeah, that's a scheme.
Yeah.
That's a scheme. I'm not saying you can't you can't run your scheme. I'm just saying let's not run the same play. Let's not beat that same play up, man.
Yeah. Can't come out same formation inside zone 4 straight times. Like, come on.
I'm glad you said that, because I think a lot of people confuse that. Even in the other league that we're all in together, a lot of people think mixing it up means you can't be in the same formation. If you want to run a slot offset, run it. It's just Ty can't run level sail 5 times in a row.
Right.
I can run an inside zone. I can run post. I can run level sail. I can run the PA play out of it. Like I can run stick. You just can't sit there and keep spamming one play. Yeah. But the formation is fine.
Yeah. That's it, man. Because that's true NFL, man. That you want to line up in the same formation, and you're going, all right, what are they gonna hit me with this time?
Yeah.
And that's part of the chess match. We lined up the same way. Now, what are they going to do different that we need to adjust to make it, to be successful? And that's a big thing, that's the thing. We just hate to see somebody just spam a play, and it can happen. So, but we don't want it to happen this year.
Yeah. So now I know, we had talked about it last night. I want to kind of get into it now. And is the no huddle? With the option of the clock being ran off versus you have to wait till the last person gets to the line. And for people who might not know, that's how they determine how much time is ran off. So regardless, however far you are, the slowest person on the field, how long it takes him to get back to the line, that's how much time is being burnt off. With that being said, I noticed that the no huddle rule kind of hasn't changed. I just wanted to know what was the admin's thoughts, because we spoke about last time. What was the overall admin's thoughts on the no huddle, and how? What was you guys' reason for not, allowing it more? Or, maybe it's something we can address in another season, or whatever. So just Bill, Ty, y'all touch on that, just from the admin's perspective, and people who might run no huddle.
From my perspective, honestly, from my perspective, I kind of don't even really want to discuss it yet because I can't speak for Bill, but like all of us in the commission chat, we bounced this around and we had different thoughts. But it's still not fleshed out yet. Like we're kind of in a wait and see mode. Like I'll tie this into another conversation we had with spamming RPOs. You can hastily jump to conclusions and say, well, we're going to do this and we're not going to do that. But I feel like to a certain degree, you kind of need to wait and see how the game's playing out across the league to see if you have a problem or not. So I ain't speaking for Bill, I'm speaking for me. I don't really want to add more to that and get people in a fricassee, so to speak, until you kind of have more data and more gameplay and more overall opinion.
Yeah. And it's a pretty detailed part of our rules. If you go in there and you look at the rules, I mean, it's in there, and we kind of break it down pretty good because we don't want to handcuff you. So basically the rule is if you're down by 21 points in the first half, you can run the 2-minute drill all day. We don't care until you get back into it. And so that's a point. Now the other thing is we still have those opportunities at the end of the game, and then in the second half we shrink that ability up a little bit, and it's by quarters and stuff. And so read the rules. I know it's a little cumbersome, but and we haven't really seen how it works. It's a new Madden. It's a new style of no huddle. Which like you said, there's both sides of the field. You're like, that's what no huddle's about, man. It's about putting pressure on the defense and not letting them adjust, and things like that. But it's a little different on the field because you got cerebral minds out there that are tuned to playing football, and so they know they already make their own adjustments. When you're on a stick and you got 3 seconds to make 3 different adjustments, it doesn't work like that. In the NFL, those guys are making their adjustments in their head already. They're football savvy, so they know what they want to do and how they're going to adjust. It doesn't always happen that way. It's a game, so it might be the point where we say, hey, we might, we just got to see how it works out. Same thing with the RPOs. It's kind of an unknown commodity. It's pretty new this year, so we'll see how that works. Because that could be another thing that I think there's a couple different ways about that RPO. It could be a home run, or it could be a game break. It could be a game changer. Just how you scheme, and that might be the thing is how the defense schemes on an RPO. So I know you were talking about it, Gates. You're like, you're not worried about it at all.
No, no, that's just me trying them and seeing, like, me when I first seen it, I was like, oh, this is gonna be the future of Madden. Like, I knew that this Madden 20, like, this is gonna be the meta, for some people. And so I just know, like, with that being said, how would people be able to stop it? Because I expect to see it. I personally expect to see it. I know I got a scheme around it. So, knowing that and seeing that, I feel like it's gonna be challenging, man. Maybe midway through the season, I'll give y'all the tip that I gave you guys last night, where I feel like I can stop it. Maybe I might just hold that in. So, I'm gonna give people the opportunity to try to figure it out, crack the code, and see where it goes. I do have Bill a question or two into the chat. Are sim wins still the same as far as playoff goes? So, like, if somebody's in the playoffs and Ty, I know you talked about it kind of last night off camera. Can you discuss that as far as like owners not possibly being around for the playoffs?
Yeah, I can touch on that. I mean, the thing is we made a playoff eligibility rule because we wanted to make sure that we got we want you to play 11 games. We want you to play your way into the playoffs. We don't want you to sim your way into the playoffs. We want you to actually play your way into the playoffs. So 11 games, 5 sim games. That's not unreasonable, man. That's almost like it's over a quarter of the season. We want you to really play your games. That's the whole thing. Um, when you get to the playoffs, if you've had 6 sim games, then sorry, man, you're going to either be simmed out of it. And Ty brought up a valid point. It's like, well, hold it. You got a guy like Cletus that's 15-1, and then you got a guy that's 10-6, and he gets the free ride that Cletus got.
Right.
So that's a discussion that we still have to have. Is
Yes.
do we change that and say, well, okay, when you're in the playoffs, you got to play the game. You got to play the CPU or whatever. Because I see it. It's not really you shouldn't get that free ride. And and I think that was kind of towards the end of the season. We're a new Madden, man. Everybody's hungry, man. I think everybody's going to want to play their games, and they want to be in the playoffs, and they want to play in the playoffs. I mean, you can't if you don't play in the playoffs, then you don't ever win a Super Bowl. So, I think that's more of a towards the end of the seasons or towards the end of the Madden cycle, when a lot of people are like, all right, I've had enough of this Madden. This is a good Madden, so we could go pretty deep in the cycle here. I really like the way the way you can build a guy. I mean, they're a lot lower, but the guys build rather quickly. If you're focusing on a guy that's a lower level player and you focus on him, you can really build the guy. So there's some ability to move a guy up and play him. Especially if he's young. So we might get 4 or 5 good seasons having 32 teams really getting after, which is what we hope for.
Because I think nobody wants to see the CPU in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's what sucks, man. Because you get we talked about this last night. You get an X factor that gets in the zone, man, and you're like, oh shit! All right, I'm done.
Yeah, the CPU is already on. Like Tyler said,
they're throwing dots, man. What the hell?
There's a lot of different variables into it, and the reason why Bill said we're still working on it is because we still do have conversation. Because me personally, just myself, not speaking for all the commissions, if I 100% had it my way, non-eligible teams wouldn't make it to the playoffs. So let's say Joe Smith, I don't know, has missed 6 games by 11 games in. To me, the last 5 games of the regular season, force loss, I'm getting him up out of there. He ain't even making it to the playoffs. So even though you might have that team that's not that great, maybe they're 8-8 and they're limping around, maybe that team actually gets in, but we're guaranteed an owner who actually deserves to play a game, that's gonna play his game, is in there instead of some lame ass sitting duck. Like, that's honestly where I'm trying to move it to. At the point that person is out, force loss in the rest of the season. Period. Done. End of discussion. Don't even let them in the playoffs.
Right.
Just get them out of there.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, and that's where it gets tough because we did make that rule, and if you're like 5 games out, okay, well maybe you're 3 or 4, and you're still right there, and then the last couple games you get a couple, then you're in, and it sucks because you won a couple sim games, usually it doesn't happen that way, you miss a game, and that's why we try to tighten up those windows and opportunities for those guys that are like, okay, well, he missed a game, I can't play him. We're putting him off for an hour and then 30 minutes, and so we want to make sure that those windows are closed and we can get people playing their game instead of getting forced wins and a sim win and things like that. It's all about playing the game. That's what we're here for. We want to have a good time and great competition. Wow, we got some great competition in this league, man. And it's really I like the way it's really diverse because we got probably 2 studs in each freaking division.
Yeah, and we'll get into that, and we'll definitely get into. People were asking me like y'all comments on that, but before we do that, man, I got to get into like some of the people's favorite segment of the show, the part of the show, the get it together list. What I said earlier, we might as well get it out the way. And to be fair, I'm gonna put myself on the list first. I'm gonna start off Madden 20 this year. Ty, go ahead, tell me get it together as my coach.
Because you're right. I was gonna hit you with it.
Hit me with it right now. Hit me with it right now.
Listen, bro, get it together. Make up your mind. Do you want to be dad of the year? Do you want to be a nighttime employee of the year? Do you want to play Madden? Get it together, bro. When you make a commitment to play a game at a time, honor it and actually play and stick around. We know the skills are there. We know the talent is there. We need that. We need that mustache in the mix on a regular basis.
No doubt. Now, am I not in your top 5? Let's get it there. I need the motivation. Am I not in your top 5?
We talked about this last night. It's difficult because it depends on what the parameters are, right? It's
top a brand new. Somebody says to you, who are the top 5 players in USFL? Who you name?
Damn, I'm looking at something right now. I need to look at all the owners. There's a lot of people here that can get it in. Like to just spout them off the top of my head. I mean, I can't give you 5 off the top of my head without looking at who's all the teams.
Bill, top 5 players.
Who me? I got him right here. Let me see. I'd say Joe. Joe, who's in the Dolphins, the lowest team in the league. That's gonna be something special, man. I want to see how he does that, man, because he's a gamer, man, and he loves a challenge. So that's gonna be a good one, Joe. I'm gonna say, oh man, there's so many. Like you said, let me see. I would say, let me see. Let's see, Tick. I gotta throw Tick in there. He's won a lot of bowls. He's got good stick skills. Let's see who else we got in here. Let's see. Oh, you got to throw Cletus in there. I mean, come on. When you see him, he's got like freaking 5, 6 freaking trophies. What's that?
I said you're right. It's funny. While I can give you a numerous amount, I can tell you this. In my opinion, the best player in the league, hands down. I'm not going to say it's not close, but there's a sizable gap. It's Cletus. Period, point blank, end of discussion. Too much history. He's been there and done that. He does it every year. This guy wins a minimum of 3 Super Bowls every year. Yeah, I might win some. Gates might win some. Boom might win some. Tick might win some. Ain't none of us averaging like 3 Super Bowls a year every single year. To me, Cletus is the GOAT in our league. Period. Whether people like him, don't like him, got to give the devil his due.
Well, Cletus is in love this season, so we'll see how that all plays out.
Oh, whoa, you called him out, man. Yeah.
Let's see. Ooh. Single Cletus was dominating. Let's see what relationship Cletus does. Let's see.
You messed up, though, because I know where you got that from. Now, what you messed up was giving him that motivation, because you should have said nothing and just let him fall off. Yeah. But now,
I ain't that guy. It's the owner's box. I ain't doing it. I
am that guy. I don't let that sleeping dog lie. Let him go to his soccer games and let him be in love and let him go and let him do his thing, man. Don't give that guy no motivation. Yeah. Let him be.
Don't do it, man. Don't do it. Don't do it. I got to throw Dre in there. So I'm at 4 now. I'm at 4 solid players. Dre. I would throw Ty in there too, man, because he schemes too, man. He gets up there about 4 or 5. I'd say all right, I'm gonna throw both of you guys as a tie, man. And because Ty, he quietly builds his team, and then it just kind of like Cletus. He might not be there the first year, but the second year he got a little more better personnel. Ty does the same thing. He's got that same formula. He's got a winning formula, and Gates. I'm going to give you the motivation. I'm going to put you at 6 because, because I put up or shut up, man. I hadn't seen you in a while. And me, I'm gonna be realistic. I'm about a 17, 18 guy. I'll be realistic, man. Can I pull a game out of my ass once in a while? Yeah, I can, but that's 17, 18. That's me. So I'm a middle of the pack guy. I'm not the worst guy in the league. I'm not the best guy in the league, but I'm realistic about it.
I give Bill a lot of props because Bill at least made picks. It was too hard for me because left off that list.
Oh right? God, there's 5 guys.
Very easy.
Some of the new guys, John the Bullet.
Top 5.
I go on and on. Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah, I'll do mine. Right. No, in no random order. I'll do mine. Right. I'll say Cleveland.
Lincoln Lecter. Kansas City. God, man, I could go on, man. There's some guys.
I'll go Cletus, right?
Okay.
Boone is my guy. You know what I'm saying? Boone is my
guy. Dang, see, I left Boone out. That's rude.
Right? Oh, that's what I said very easily, Boone.
Can we do top 10?
Yeah. So I'm going to give my top 5 right. Dre for sure. Dre went undefeated. So anybody who can go undefeated twice. Well, not twice. I beat him that one time. That was my last game, actually, my retirement game. Came out of retirement to beat him and went back on a hiatus. But Dre for sure. I mean, it's for me, it's interchangeable. I gotta say Joe and Tick are like, what I'm saying, like kind of neck and neck. Like Tick's game plan is so simple, but it's so effective. Joe's so conservative. And like they have the same simple but effective game plan. So I could change either one of them there. If I had to go with one more. So I can put you there. You're consistent. You know what I'm saying? You're consistent. You don't come out, you're like that horse at the Derby. You know what I'm saying? You don't come out flashy or nothing. Everybody don't be looking at you. Just get out there. And then when it's gun go off, you run your race. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's that guy creeping up in the back? You're like, damn, that guy been there the whole time. Nobody even noticed. You know what I'm saying? You just, next thing you know, you done won the Preakness or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn.
No,
I overlooked you. But the consistency is there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I appreciate the kind words from you and Bill. I will say, honestly, the reason why I couldn't give a top 5, it wasn't being cowardly. I don't mind controversy. But in my honest opinion, and I've said this for 2 or 3 months now, there's about 10 to 11 people in this league, to me, that can, at any moment, can win it, including Haya. Like, there's about 11 people, they get on a roll, they get hot, things are working their way.
Listen, my nemesis stays around. Only reason why I put him around, I ain't putting him in because I don't know if he's gonna stay. But Candyman. Yeah.
Another one. See, I mean,
I would have put him top 5, but I don't know how many seasons he's gonna stick around. He's like me, like we in and out.
Hey, going all the way back to the NBL, Candy's been 2 seasons, 3 tops.
Yeah. Candyman. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, there he is. He's back.
Yeah. So, I appreciate you, Ty. I know you wanted to do that, and I deserve to put me on the Get It Together list. So I won't even put nobody else up there.
You're just trying to motivate yourself, man.
I need it, man. I need it.
No, I'm going to put somebody on there. You know what? It's early, but you know what? There's 2 people I'm going to put on there. No, there's 3 people I'm going to put on there. Okay, I'm going to start in my division. You know what? Moondog. Gates, his propped you up at times have been burned. I've propped you up at times have been burned. I've seen you play some of the best players in this league and beat them or give them a run for their money, and it came down to the last quarter. You've been the Cowboys for I don't know how long. You need to put some luster on that star, brother. It's now or never. You need to make a move. This game really plays well. It's time to at least, I ain't saying you got to win a Super Bowl, brother, but you got to elevate it. You've been consistently stuck at around 4-12, 5-11 for like 3 Mads now. I need to see a winning season, bro. A winning season. I didn't say a playoff. I didn't say a Super Bowl. I need to see a winning season. That's the first person I'm putting on it. The second person, Thang. Thang, I love you, brother.
He's still around. He's still around.
You're good, dude.
Yeah.
You was Houston. You got to move to your Texans.
You
got to move to your Raiders. Half the time when you in the chat talking, I don't really know what you're talking about because it's like 900 texts, and I'm trying to figure out what they all mean. I know you enjoy life. You love your Alabama, brother, I need to see at least 6 wins in one season. 6, not even a winning season. I need to see 6 wins, bro. You play 8,000 hours because you're on my friends list of Ultimate Team and solos and all of this shit. Can I see 6 wins, bro? 6. You got your team now.
Right.
Okay, I need 6 wins.
Okay.
And last but not least, a fellow commish,
Who?
Doc Washer.
I knew he was going to go ahead. My guy. My man. Grant.
Me and you, Doc, we go back to the NBL, brother. I'm talking like 2011, like 2010, 2011.
I met Doc Black Ops 2, by the way. That's how far we go back. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, 2010, 2011. Doc, I need you to get off that, Doc, and stop watching shit. And I need you to get on this field, brother. And I need to see a playoff run, bro. I need to see you not hold on to them veterans until they're too old to do something. You got Denver, you got some pieces, you got Bradley Chubb, you got Von Miller, you got Chris Harris. You got some things going on there. I know y'all got a quarterback, and I can't remember who it is now. Y'all got a decent QB, I think.
Lock. And Lock. Didn't it get Lock in the second or third round?
Lock, but no, I thought I could have sworn they signed a free agent quarterback. Maybe Case Keenum? No, it wasn't Case Keenum. It was somebody else they signed.
Let me see. I'll find it.
Any which way you look at it, Doc, it's now or never, brother. It's early.
Oh, yeah, Flacco. They got Flacco.
That's what it was. I knew it was somebody.
I mean, he's older than dirt, though.
Yeah, I ain't saying Joe Flacco's Joe Namath, but hey, I like Philip Lindsay. Okay, he could have very easily snuck in that Rookie of the Year. Flacco's been to a Super Bowl. You got some decent pieces on that defense, brother. I need 8 wins. I need a playoff push.
Yeah.
So those are my 3.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. Let's get into this division deep dive, man. Let me hear your guys' thoughts on these divisions. You know, the strongest division or just some matchups you would like to see in the divisions. You know, not your personal division, but just around the league. I know, Bill, you were mentioning that you finally feel like there's strong competitors in each division, right? Nobody has an easy road to the playoffs. I'm not saying people did, but no one division is too top heavy.
All right. Well, we can break them down. We'll just go AFC East. We got Buffalo. That's Green Crack. He was a pretty decent player back in the day. He was out a couple seasons. He's back now. He kind of came in late last year. This is going to be a freaking awesome league, awesome division. You got Joe in Miami, and you got Cletus as the Jets, and then you got the Pats, man. So you got the Pats that are built for Bear. You got 2 great guys that are on the sticks that have lower teams. So it's gonna all match up really well, man. You know, it's wow. I mean, you know, who's good? It's gonna see. You're gonna sit back and watch the dust settle. What do you think about that division?
So the AFC for me, I'm putting a lot of responsibility on 2 people because and I don't want to seem like I'm harping on Cletus because that's my guy, right? I know Cletus a long time, right? But I always felt like he was the Patriots of that division. You know what I'm saying? Like he never really had. You know, it's been a while since he's had a lot of competition, right, in that division. But I mean, he still performs in the playoffs, right? He's like the Pats for real in that division. So I really want to see Joe challenge him and also Strong. Like Strong got is he still the Pats?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, come on, bro. Like you got Brady. You gave us one good season time. He was like beat Cletus, and then Cletus was like destined to. You know, he had Cletus on the owner. I mean, it was so bad. Cletus joined the owner's box. Like it'll never happen again. You know, we need that. We need that version of Strong back. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Crack. I don't know if he's. You know, he's been around too. I don't know. You know, I know life and things happen, so I don't know if he's gonna stay around. But yeah, at least with me, Joe and Strong, like really strong too. Like you really gotta like put some grip on this guy, man.
Yeah. Well, and then having a strong team. I mean, that's like that's going to be a really great division. And then of course you got the North. You know, you got Prime, you got Paya moved over, you got Ray Rel, Relish, and then me. So I mean, obviously Paya's coming in. He's my daddy. You know, So we're going to see about that, but he don't know, man. It's a black and blue division, man. We beat each other up, man. It's like, okay, I beat Rel beats Prime beats Rel. It's like we all beat each other, and then we're all like 1-1 against each other, and then we got to go out and play other guys in the division. So, and that a lot of that's because we played each other so long. We've like 3 guys in that division. We've been there for Madden's on Madden. So, I already know what he's going to play. He's going to run before he runs it. So some of that's there. So that's going to be a toss up division as well. It's some good competition there for sure.
Yeah. Now the AFC North, right? So, Bill, it's been your division for the long
time. Get it together. I know.
It's been your division. When does the chaos get organized? When does the chaos get organized? Now, you don't have Le'Veon Bell.
That's right.
It's gonna be real interesting to see. First of all, who's starting there? Who's your quarterback?
Well, he don't got AB either.
Right, but Ty, we got
Juju. I got Roth. I got Roth. Oh, we got Connor.
So who's the starter? Because every year it's a toss up. Who's the starting QB?
It'll be Roth.
Okay,
I'll probably go Roth.
Okay.
And, that's the funny thing about it, because if you think about it, I dished Roth pretty early.
Right.
And man, he played another 5 seasons.
All right.
It was like, and he wasn't terrible either. He was playing pretty decent. So I think that they really allowed the quarterbacks and the older players, and maybe they looked at Brady and said, wow, okay, the template is maybe a little broke there, 30 years old, we can't just have these guys go off into the pasture. There's still a lot of good play getting done with some of these guys. Your James Harrisons and things like that.
Yeah.
They're freaking natures, but at the same time, they're great players, and you can't take that away from those great players. So
okay. I'm saying it's your division. You've been there.
Right. I got to win it, right?
Got to win it, man. You got to win it. You have the most pressure. I think you have the most pressure out of the division. Hit me with the next. Ty, any thoughts on this division?
Thoughts on what division?
On Bills. AFC North.
Well, I mean, you got to consider Pie as the favorite, considering the team.
Sure.
First of all, the dude's got the Browns. When he's motivated, he's another one that builds these teams. He's heavily reliant on speed. He's heavily reliant on a deep pass game, but he does like to run the ball. This dude's trotting Kareem Hunt out there when he comes off suspension. Odell, Jarvis, Baker Mayfield, likes to scramble with the QB. The one thing I will say, Bill is definitely in contention because Bill's sneaky. I've always said this about Bill. Even when Bill's record is not right, if you go into a game against Bill and you look at that like, I got this, Bill hangs around and he hangs around and he hangs around. He'll make his mistakes. He just doesn't go away. I personally been in battles with Bill to where I wanted to rage and take this damn controller and spike it because he won't go away. And he just keeps figuring out how to stay there. And he plays
the stream and he did that.
Yes.
I watched the stream. He gave up game up. I was like, I can't believe he just gave game up.
I'm telling you. And he sticks around. So I'll say this. You know what? I will say, okay, Pie's the favorite, but the favorite doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win.
Yeah.
Bill's right there. Primetime, I feel has slowly gotten a little better and a little better and a little better. And I think between here and the games he's played in UG, I've seen improvement on his end. And Rel's another one that's kind of sneaky. You kind of don't know what you're going to get with Rel, and I think Bill could really speak to that. Some days he comes in there and he looks like a world beater, and then other days it's like he just wants to get the game over with. So you can't kind of never really tell. I'm laughing at Kurt.
I'm just opening up.
He's winning it all this year, man.
We don't even back. We better now. We better. You see what I got chat?
I'm going to tell you this. You know what? I seen Kurt in the chat, and I want to go back to the top 5 list, which is why I told everybody I wasn't picking the top 5, but I'm going to tell you this. Don't sleep on Drew, a.k.a. Ray Gibson, a.k.a. Boone's brother. Don't sleep on Mo. Don't sleep on Kurt. Don't sleep on Bill. And don't sleep on Ronnie. the Panthers, which, by the way, I do want to bring this out. Me and Bill didn't speak on it. Ronnie founded this league, as you guys all know. Ronnie was a commish for a long time. Ronnie wanted a break and a step away from being a commish so he could focus on playing his games and not have to deal with the headaches necessarily to come for. He needed a break. He's been doing it a long time. But Ronnie is actively once again back in the commish group. So it's not Ronnie just as the Carolina Panthers owner, so when he's talking, bleep him, like he's an official commish back again. Yeah. So in addition to Bill and myself and Cletus and Boone and Doc, Ronnie Simpson, Carolina Panthers, is also now officially back in the commish team.
Now, Ty, does he have both thumbs?
So what now?
Does he have both his thumbs? Because last year he broke his thumb. He only had one hand.
Yeah.
It's all calloused up and everything.
Ronnie enjoys his off time.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know that, but you never know. Ronnie.
His whole hand might come back, man. And stuff. Who knows? Who knows? Okay.
So we keep working. Let's work the list. Okay, AFC South. You got Setone. You got Sype Squad. We got Marc Gates. And we got Trixcana, who's got his team now, who was the old coach. So there we go. The Sparks are going to fly. You going to win that division, Mark?
It's funny because I've never been on the AFC, right?
Right.
AFC team. I've always had NFC teams. So it'll be interesting to see how I play in the AFC, right? My initial concern, and I just discredit anybody else, is the Jags. Like, just paper their matchup is so crazy. On like when I look at like position to position, it's like their overalls are not good, but their attributes are crazy. And then the owner of that team isn't a slouch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're young too, man. Yeah. I mean, they're a young team.
Yeah. The kids, so as I call them. So, am I going to win the division? Not year one, but I'm not going to hold you. Not year one. I'm not even, I'm going to try to be competitive as possible, but my goal line and some other things aren't even ready to even do that. I'm going to try to get the best out of Watt before he gets too old. But maybe for sure, I'm going to try to be year two, season two. I'm going to come for it all. This year right here, I just got to fill out, what Watson can do, what these guys can do, what's the AFC, competition level like, because I've never even been on this side of the ball. So.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll say you're more division. I'm not even,
Yeah. Well, hold it. How many Super Bowls did the NFC win last year in Madden 19? Was that goose egg?
That's a goose egg. That's a goose egg.
Wow.
I mean, how many seasons? I didn't play the whole season last year, did I?
I mean, hey, that's the same number I won, so I can't say anything.
To put it in perspective, Bill, me and Don Joe represented the NFC. Me, Don Joe, and Dre represented the NFC 5 times. Wow. Right? Yeah, and I think all 5 of us lost to Cletus. I lost to Cletus twice in the Super Bowl last year. Don Joe lost to Cletus twice in the Super Bowl last year. And Dre lost to Cletus once. So just between me, Don Joe, and Dre, the NFC is 0-5 right there. And then obviously there was 2 or 3 other people that may have went when Rashad was the Raiders, Slim Shady. So you know what? It wasn't a banner year for the NFC. I will say this: the NFC was real top heavy last year. We had a consistent 3 or 4 that you knew could go all the way. We couldn't get past Cletus. This year, I definitely think it's different. It happens every year. The balance shifts. It changes because people move around. Yeah. Like just this year alone, okay, we lost Gates to the NFC, but you added Boone back to the NFC. You added Drew back. His brother Drew back to the NFC. We lost Paya, but now Dre brought in one of his partners. Gates brought in one of his partners, I want to say. So, it's going to be tough all around.
Yeah, no free rides, man. There's no free rides in the USFL. I don't care what you say. You're going to have to earn every freaking win, man. And, even the slouches, man, you're going to go out and go, wow, man, that was close, man. What the heck happened? All right, so that pretty much wraps up the AFC. Let's go to the NFC. You got Moondog East, Mo, Ty, and Big Truck, the Redskin. So that's going to be a good division there as well.
What division is this?
What's that?
What division is this?
It's the NFC East.
Did we do the AFC West yet?
Ty, did I miss the West? Oh, yeah, I did miss the West. I'm sorry. We got Doc Candy. Yeah, I'm sorry. We got Doc Candy, the Jayhawks, which is Lincoln, and K Solo or Thang. So you got Candy, and Candy solid. You got Lincoln that's solid. We got Doc on the get it together list, and we got Thang on the get it together list. So somebody got it. That's gonna be another tough division.
Man, it's hard not to. Whoever has the Chiefs, it's hard not to put them as the favorite, especially with the Raiders losing Khalil Mack, right? But he did go to the Raiders, right?
Thang's the Raiders.
Yeah, but then Antonio Brown also goes to the Raiders. Antonio Brown.
Yeah, AB's there. Yeah.
Yeah. So they have a great power offense. My favorite is got to be Candyman. Just because I know the type of player he is, but it's hard with the Chiefs and Pat. Mahomes being on the cover, it's hard not to look their way as well.
Give him some mad love, right?
Hold on. I don't know why San Diego never gets the respect they deserve. San Diego went deep to the play. Now, before we start talking about all these other people and who they got, the Chargers bring back Phillip Rivers, who's still a beast on the game, even though he's 1,000. Okay. They still got them big talk. They still got Keenan Allen, one of the best receivers in the game. They got an emerging receiver, Mike Williams. If Melvin Gordon doesn't get traded because he's demanding the trade, they got Melvin Gordon. They got a decent line. On defense, they got one of the best young safeties in the game in Derwin James. They got Bosa coming off that edge. They got Melvin Ingram coming off that edge. They got Desmond King in that secondary. They got Jason Barrett in that secondary. I don't know why the Chargers don't get the respect roster-wise that they deserve as being a dominant team in the game.
I think a lot of it's due to Phillip Rivers, man, in real life.
What's that?
I think a lot of it's due to Phillip Rivers in real life.
I think a lot of it's due to they don't have a ton of speed.
Well,
and everybody bad and covets speed. So when you look at them, I'm gonna give you a perfect example, and I feel this way in real life. I don't know why everybody thinks Tyreek Hill is so great. He can't run a route. He's fast. He goes on a fly route. He outruns everybody, and he gets the ball, and he makes splash plays. But Tyreek Hill is not an efficient route runner. You never see him run a comeback. You don't see him run a slant. You don't even see him run drags. I'm not shitting on him. I'm just saying he's Deshaun Jackson 2.0. That was the same knock on D-Jack. So why everybody is so high on him? He's fast.
Now,
ain't fast, so people don't look at them and go, wow, that's the team I want to play with.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Chris Carter shouldn't be the legend he is because all he did was catch touchdowns.
Nah, but no, that's different because Chris Carter can do a myriad of different things. He was a damn good wide receiver. He ran more than just fly routes. Name me one of the routes Tyreek Hill runs. One.
You don't have to run it for a long time.
Answer that question though.
The game is evolved, bro. It's not the same game anymore. You know what I'm saying? Moss did it. All he did that was his claim to fame. That was it. Just throw it up to him.
Yeah, but he had more than speed. Not only was he fast, he was big. He had great hands. Yeah. You ain't never seen Tyreek Hill make a spectacular catch. You ain't never seen him make a catch in traffic.
I'm not saying that Tyreek Hill is Tyreek Hill's not even in my top 5 receivers, right?
Exactly. But there's a lot of people that swear by this dude, Tyreek Hill. Why? He's fast.
Because he can stretch the field.
Which I respect. But then go to the U.S. Olympic track team, go see if you can get Usain Bolt to play football and let him go out there and do that same shit.
Yeah.
Okay, Kyle. Yeah. Hi. Oh, yeah.
Open it up, man. Just letting people, voice their opinion on it.
All right, we got you, man. Yeah, it's all right. So that's another good division. You're right. Sorry, man. I'm sorry I missed you guys in the West here. Are we ready for NFC? Yeah.
Yeah. Right. We did have.
Yeah, and so we, like I said, we got Moondog, Mo, Ty, and Big Truck, Mr. 100. That's an interesting division, man, for sure.
I think. I
So
think.
you got the best. You got one of the best rated teams. You got the best rated team in Mo, and then you got Ty with one of the lowest rated teams. And so, but the stick skills are still there. So, it's all going to be. That's going to be a heck of a game, man. I mean, but
I think Ty. I mean, if I know who the player you are, I would expect you to win that division, especially with Watt not being around. Who I always felt was like the Achilles heel in the division. But Mo has this team, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Mo, you got to step it up. You know what I'm saying? Like you were the Lions. You were like, yo, when I got now you got the Eagles. The Eagles won the Super Bowl, and they got all these crazy ratings and everything. I think he's the favorite. Ruck is solid, but I think you beat him in the other league a couple times, if I'm not mistaken, right, Ty? Right, Big Chuck. I think you beat him in the other league. So I think I'm putting Mo first, at least for this first 1 or 2 seasons until Ty rebuilds his team. It'd be interesting to see what the Redskins only does with that team, because the Redskins have a lot of young talent in that division. So I think that division is really like up in the air between them three. Moondog, I just want to see Moondog go 500. Just give me 500, and I'm cool. That's how about the NFC East right now.
Honestly, I agree with Gates' take 100%, and that was exactly my take. I think Mo, for some reason, and I'm tired of singing this guy's praises, but for some reason, I think Mo doesn't get taken seriously. Mo's improved a lot, and he's been consistent. Mo doesn't routinely trot out losing records no more. And I guess it's because I see him in UG and USFL, and he's in my division. I play him. He makes his fair share of playoffs. I definitely think in season 1 or 2, I don't care how good my stick is or my scheme. I got a 70 overall team. He's got a 90 basically. That's a 20-point gap. And while I can be competitive and head to head against him, and I can get some from him, sometimes that overall talent wins out when you get that flash. Like I was telling this to Cletus and he was laughing. My center is John Jalapeno. He's a 68 overall. Eagles DT is Fletcher Cox. Who do you think wins that matchup? So that's not even about my stick. That's about Fletcher Cox is going to use John Jalapeno for a welcome mat, step on him, wipe his feet on him on his way to Daniel Jones. So, I mean, I definitely give Mo an advantage in season 1 and 2 because it's the same thing that happened last year. But once we get to season 3, just like in Madden 19, I typically tend to take the division going on. Because the other thing I'm going to challenge Mo with is, Mo, and I know you listening, and I know you like Gates need the motivation. This is honest feedback. Because I always tell you real talk. You don't do a good job in building your team. You hold on to veteran players too long when they've got nothing left and you're paying them a ton of money. You make bad contract decisions like giving Carson Wentz $8 billion last year. And that normally scoops you over around season 3, 4, and 5. And you wind up with a bunch of scrubs and a bunch of overpriced veterans. If you actually do a better job in drafting and free agency and keep your team fresh, you could be straight that whole year. So I agree with you. Truck's a wild card. I mean, Truck actually has skills and Truck can do some things. He just hasn't been consistent. And Moondog, I already talked about him on the Get It Together list. We'll see what happens. Next division.
Gotcha. To go NFC West, and this is going to be a really good division right here. You got the kid, Boone's brother coming back. You got Dre. You got John the Bullet, and then Flex, one of the 980 guys. A lot of people. John the Bullet came in a little later in Madden 19, and a lot of people don't realize, man, he gave Cleveland some fits, man. He was in the Dolphins, and that team was, it was one of the lower divisions. He started, I think he had it on there for a while. It was in the 70s, the lower 70s, and he slowly built that team back up and was competing with Cletus. I mean, he was there in every game. beat him a lot of times, but he ended up beating him, I think, once or twice. He might have beat him. I can't remember. I think it was once or twice. So I mean, that it goes. When you start with I think it was 74 team, and you build it, and you're giving Cletus a hard time. That's something to be said for, And now he's got a little different team, a little better build.
Cletus just wanted to let everybody know he don't care what nobody's talking about. He's coming in this season to knock some people's teeth in.
I put that comment. I put it up on the screen.
Cleat Dog say, "Hey Ty, you already know I'm coming in to knock somebody's teeth in."
Yeah. Well, go kiss your girlfriend and tell us about it. We're gonna put our mouthpiece in case you hit us in the mouth.
Right. I mean, it's hard. I mean, the man went undefeated like 2 seasons, man. I think that's Dre's division until it's not Dre's division, right? And that's no disrespect to Drew, because I know Drew, the John guy I don't really know, and Flex 980, he's been around.
Yeah.
Dre's team in San Fran, and he's proven he can win with San Fran, and until he's dethroned, I don't see it. I don't see nobody picking that division. I ain't even done the debate. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I had this discussion with Cletus. I heard what Bill said. I agree with Bill. Gates, you don't know John the Bullet, John M. That's Boom's dude. I'm telling you right now, he's going to give Dre everything he wants. Dre is one of my fave dudes in this league. I respect him. If we play 10 seasons, John the Bullet's going to win 5 and Dre's going to win 5. That's going to rotate all year long. I'm telling you that right now.
Well, we will address that in later shows. We're going to address that. We're going to address it.
That dude, John the Bullet.
I don't know John the Bullet.
Yeah.
So until I see who John the Bullet is, it's Dre's division. That's it.
And then don't sleep on your cards either, man.
That's right, Drew. Hey,
Drew's got no slouch, man. That's what I say. That's a damn good division. And you got Kyler, and he got some tools there, baby.
Hold on. I want to add one other thing. We give Gates a lot of shit and candy about 2 seasons and done. Drew, can I get more than 2 seasons played, bro? Like we normally go. I don't know, Drew. I'm still like, we normally go 8 or 9, brother. You a good dude. We talk all the time. We DM. Can I get more than 2 seasons out of you, bro?
He's also been hit by the love bug. As I've heard.
I know. I'll mess with him because I know he's got some real life stuff going on. Bro. We gave it to you. We give it to Candy. Now I gotta come back to Drew. Can I get more than 2 seasons, bro?
That's it.
There you go. All right, we'll move on to the North, the NFC North. We got Boom. We got Nidge, the other 980 guy. We got Tix in there now, and then we got the new guy, Deep Bombs. I don't know anything about them. I know Tick. I know Boone. That's another. They're butting heads, man. And those other 2 guys, I don't know. It sounds like it's another one of those divisions. It's going to be, solid. Yeah. Somebody got to come out of there.
I think Tick is going to be dangerous because he's a Green Bay fan. You know what I'm saying? So and that's his team, right?
And he's good, man. He's got good stick skills. You can't take that away from him.
Yeah, I think.
Trust me, I got the hell beat out of me for years by that guy.
Boone has a good defense in the Bears. He just needs some more pieces. I think his quarterback isn't ready to take him how far he wants to go. Deep Bombs is my guy. I invited him to the league. He got a game. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even invited him. Hopefully he can just, he's really more of a competitive guy, head-to-head guy. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he can just bring that same level to CFM. So I'm trying to get him to convert from playing all head-to-head games and running schemes all crazy to the CFM thing. I think it'd be just a little challenging. But other than that, his competitive level is there. I think it's really going to be a really good division. I think Boone's really going to be tested as well. So the Lions, I don't know. I know who the owner is, but I just don't know if the squad is. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why the Lions need to rebuild. Like I didn't even look at their roster this year. I just went right past them. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even know who the Lions got other than what Slay. the cornerback. They still got him. Do they even still have him? You know what I'm saying?
Darius Slay.
Yeah.
Slay still doing the thing.
That's it. I don't know who else they got.
Yeah, true story. All right. We're gonna move to the south, right? So we got the new fresh guy there in for the Bucks. I don't know. We got Rico. He already said he's going to be making some noise. Of course, we got Ronnie, and we got Kurt. I mean, those guys beat each other up. They've been beating each other up for years. So it's like, who's going to win that one, man? You know that's a pick 'em right there.
For me, I would say, like, I'm gonna put the same pressure I put on you as I put on Ronnie, right? Ronnie's the founder of the league, right? He's the founder of this league. He's been the Panthers since I know him, right?
Yeah.
It's not. It has to be his league. Like, you can't let these new guys come in here. You've been living on this block and eating on this block and working on this block. You can't let these guys come in, man. Take all your stuff, man. Like, I don't know what part of North Carolina Ronnie's from, but where I'm from, we don't play like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to put your foot down, Ronnie. You know what I'm saying? You got to man up, bro. Get it together, man. This is your division, man. So I'm putting
I'm getting hit up with a bunch of messages. I do got to shout somebody out that we totally glossed over, and that's the Lions. And the reason I'm going to shout them out, that's Niji Donovan from UG. Yeah. And Gates, when you was in UG, Niji was part of that 980 clique, and he wasn't that good. But I ain't going to lie to you. I'm going to keep it real because he was in my division. That dude improved so much that I'm not going to lie to you. I, along with Set the Tone and along with, what's his name? Rel, could have sworn somebody was playing for that dude. Like, think about what I'm telling you. He improved so much that I swore somebody was playing for him because I'm like, it is impossible that this dude went from middle of the road average to this dude is just like on some other shit. If he keeps that same energy and he plays the way he did like the last 3 or 4 seasons in UG, he's gonna be some comp too. And I also got hit up by Drew saying, "Hey man, I'm stepping it up this year." So that's probably gonna be, I think, the best division in that in the West. That in the NFC West, to me, the NFC West and the NFC North are gonna be the 2 best divisions, I think, in the whole league.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I need Kurt to, maybe, I'm gonna make the Saints.
Possibly the AFC East, depending on Strong. Yeah. And you never know, because like Bill said, I don't know, when Petey Crack, who's now Buffalo, when I first came to the league, he was getting his head kicked off his shoulders. He was the lines of somebody. Mm-hmm. But then he stepped away. I don't know what's happened in these 2 years, what Petey Crack is coming back. So, but if Strong is focused, I know Don Joe's going to really step up to that Cletus challenge. I know Cletus is going to feel like he's got a point to prove. Yeah. AFC East, NFC West, NFC North are going to be the 3 divisions that's all hell is going to break loose.
And it's crazy. I think the fresh guy or whoever the brand new owner is for the Bucks, I think he has the best advantage in that division because we've never seen him. So everything he had, we don't know what he's going to do. Same as my friend is the Vikings, right? They don't know. We have no clue. We have no take on you. You guys have the big advantage right now.
Can't speak to those guys because I've never seen them play, and that is an advantage, until you get a couple games on your belt against those guys.
Yeah. Who's the Falcons? Is that Rico?
Yeah.
Rico. Hey, that's another person nobody's talking about, man. Remember,
Gates some good ball. Yeah, he's playing some good ball.
Me and Rico got some battles, bro. I
was gonna say, remember what? Not last year, the year before that, when we was monsters in UG and the AFC, and Rico owed me and you back to back, brother. Rolling.
He earned that. He earned it. I texted him that. I said, bro, you earned that.
There you go, man. He's bringing that same energy.
So
and he's got your team, man.
Keep that energy, Rico. I ain't got my team, man. The Falcons, man. Don't let me down. I said, don't let me down.
That's right.
Also DM me, man. I need Julio. What can I offer you for Julio? So shoot me a DM. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So is that all the divisions, right?
Yeah, that's it, man. We wrapped them up.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to talk, man. We had, I know we had some technical difficulties yesterday, and pretty much had to figure out this new stream and all that. And in the process of that, man, I was thinking, possibly maybe move to Discord for some of these people who don't know what Discord is. Give me a second. I can really show you what it would look like, things of that nature. I don't know if can you guys see the screen?
Yeah, I got it.
Cool. So I created some rooms. So this would be the main chat. We have a highlight reel now, a spot for the owner's box, a place where all the streams could show. Shout out to the Chiefs, man. He's taking on the initiative to have people schedule those games and actually communicate in here, so there'll be no miscommunications. And he said he's willing to change this every week. So, for example, I would come in here and talk to Tick about scheduling my games and things like that, and it gives you guys as the admins opportunity to monitor that as well. So there's no miscommunications, along with trade talks where people can wheel and deal, actual trades that are made, people who just want to post things on the block. The opportunity for people to actually voice and trash talk is here, which I think is super cool. Just announcements, you got special league chatting in the rules. So hopefully, guys will open up to making this move to Discord. I think it'll be very easy for us to communicate. Everything's all in one. The video chat would be really more engaging. As we do have here, the show here, I think adding that as well will be something big.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah. It might take a little bit of time to get everybody moved over and everything too. And the new I posted the new Daddy League site. I hit a few of the guys up that aren't in Daddy League, so just send me your username so I can add you to your team and things like that. That's it. It's always nice to have that. It's a great tool that I don't think a lot of people use a lot of time. If you're looking for a certain thing in players, you can look for them. You're looking at a different team. Looking at your competition, who you're going to play. And the neat thing about it is you can do it when you're away from the console. You can, and I try to. I can advance the league. I try to get everything synced up. So every week, all the the players are real, the stats are real, everything's right. So you can see a lot of times you can look at the games, you can see tendencies even. Oh wow, this he's pretty run heavy, or he's pass heavy, and you can look at the different receivers and go, wow, man, he's leaning on this guy pretty hard. So there's a lot of things you can really pull out of that site.
Okay. So I want to call this last piece the last play of the game, or the final thoughts. Bill, do you have any final thoughts? A couple things. When will the season start?
Yeah, we're going to do the slow crawl through the weekend. The idea is to go live regular season Monday morning 9:30, and then we'll be doing the 24-hour advance, the 48-hour advance, like we always do. So that's it. So I think Boone's got something together. I think we're going to try to just do like a 24-hour advance over the weekend. Injuries are off. So if you want to play the games, you want to play with your guy, your team, and see how they work. I mean, this is a great opportunity to check them out, live competition against somebody. Hit them up if somebody doesn't want to play their game. Ask them. We're not going to hold you. If we auto a guy, we're just going to do it for that game because it's playoff. It's preseason. I'm not gonna bust your chops on that. So. But it gives you an opportunity to check out your maybe run some schemes. Somebody you might not play every year or something. So something to try.
Ty, any last or final thoughts, man?
No,
I know you got that look in your eye, OG Triple OG. You got that rebuild look in your eye. It look like you still on fire.
no. Hey, I'm looking at. I'm like, man, they still got some. I was thinking Kobe listening.
Sure, he's
thinking what if Gates got him, because that's a guy that me and you always take is Kobe. Listen to me. Either you take him out.
He'll the squad.
You son of a. You see why you think I had that look? Like you said, the Triple OG look.
Who you think my first pick was at 901? I was like, Yeah.
Hey, I was gonna take him, but I'll tell you the other guy I always take besides him too is KD Cannon. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and snatch that young man up right now.
He was number 2. He was number 2 on my list.
That's always who's my number 2. I go listen me. Hey, actually, I always try to get Jalen Myrick.
Yeah, he was gone. He was already gone.
I got him. I always try to get Jalen Myrick, Kobe Listenby, and KD Cannon.
Yeah, he was gone. I signed Listen Me, West. There was a running back from the KC that one year.
Kendrick.
Yeah. I just signed them too, and I just left it alone.
That shit made me laugh what you said because I remember that. Hey, what's wrong, Triple OG? You got the look of your life.
Yeah, look at y'all. Ty was looking to the left. What do you do?
Fresh fish on the line.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you joining us, man, for the first preseason show, man. Getting everything out the way. I think we touched on a lot of those things, man, and set the precedence early. Hopefully, make you guys' job easier this season. I really appreciate that. I know that there are some things that you guys are still working on. So even though you guys haven't really finalized, I do appreciate y'all still speaking on them things. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us owners are still like communicating about those things and wondering those things. And the fact that you guys are like even open to changing those things after us consistently asking and things of that nature, I appreciate it. Especially like the DBs can play safeties and safeties can play DBs and all that. So,
hey, always this. And we talked to you, Gates, behind the scenes yesterday about this. But I'm going to put this out there for the entirety of the league. All of the commissions have the same mentality in terms of the league is not about us. It's not about my team. It's not about the Giants. It's not about Bill Steelers. So whenever we make a move, it's not done with intention of, well, what's going to benefit me? What's good for my team? No, we look at what's good for the entirety of the league. So the reason why we're always willing to listen is if we can provide something that most people are on board with, it's going to make their playing experience enjoyable, we do it. Now, conversely, when we shut things down, it's not because we don't personally like it. It's harmful to the overall good of the entire league. So always understand that our mindset is always about what's good for everybody and all you guys. And when we veto something, it's also because we think in the long run, it's not good business practice for everybody, in the league's integrity or the league's gameplay is going to suffer because of it, or we may lose owners because of it. As much as we all like this league, one of the reasons we like it is because we keep it full. Nobody wants to play in a 13-person league, but when you have rules that are lopsided and crooked and people don't feel like there's a sense of fair play, or it's not competitive, people don't want to stick around and play.
Yeah. Now, just the rules. Is the blowout rule or the no mercy rule still around? Where you people still concede in the fourth quarter, in the beginning?
Yeah, we want players to be respectful. It's all in there. If you're winning the game, you're winning the game. We don't want you to be, stats pad and things like that. Just you got to look at it. It's pretty detailed. You know if you're slapping a little mustard on somebody, man. Come on, be respectful to the guy. Okay, you beat him. Let's not. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna freaking do I'm gonna do the high step in the freaking end zone. With 2 minutes left in the game. That kind of stuff. We don't want. If you already beat the guy, you beat the guy. So just let sleeping dogs lay. Another thing I guess I could say is, one great product. I think we're going to have an excellent year. We got some phenomenal players, man. Who's going to rise to the top? Who's going to step up and do that? Who's going to take that challenge and try to get themselves. We've named off a lot of the great players in here, but who's going to say, "Oh, no, I'm not." Yeah, they're great, but I'm going to beat them this year. So that's who's the sleeper. Who's going to be the sleeper this year? That's always good. The game's playing different. It's going to be neat. There's 6 of us as a commission. It's pretty commish heavy, but we got commissions in all time zones. That helps out when somebody needs some assistance, either early morning or late or whatever. And we're all approachable. If you have questions, man, it's easy, man. we're all, communication is the key here. If you have a question, we can give you an answer. So, I wish everybody the best of luck. Stay away from Bobby Wagner. He will cough the ball up for you. I tell you that. He will freaking he give you headaches. Otherwise, man, good luck to all, man.
Hey, or to quote Paya, man, Aaron Donald's an effing problem. Did you see that? He just randomly broke out the chat in the middle of the day for no apparent reason. Man, Aaron Donald's an effing problem. I'm telling you all now, you've been warned. I'm like, man, Aaron Donald must have ripped his asshole apart.
Yeah, I looked at his stream and he had played the Rams.
Yeah, for sure. Like I think that's really gonna be, and I know Bill, you talked about a lot last night. The X Factor players are going to be game changers, man, as they should be in real, like they are in real life. They're gonna be. Do not let these guys get in the rhythm, man. They are a problem. They are a problem. Khalil Mack, the Aaron Donalds, the dude from the Chargers, Calais Campbell, Fletcher Cox, man. These guys on these ends, man, coming around the corner. They are a problem. They need to be double teamed. They need to have the running back blocking on them. I'm telling you, these guys are a problem.
Yeah.
The Ramses, the cornerbacks. Stay away from them cornerbacks with the stars under them. Do not throw to their side. Don't do it. They're super aggressive. They are jumping at everything. So, it wouldn't be right if we didn't give out a Madden tip. That's what I'm doing. That's my Madden tip this preseason. Stay away from the X Factor players. Stay away.
I is trying to take my only X Factor now. He's asking me to send Barkley. I'm like, sure, send me back Odell and we can talk.
Right. Right.
Send me Odell, I'll send Saquon.
Yeah. I do want to shout out to all the guys in the chat, man. Thank you for being in the chat, being very active. I tried to put your comments up. We got some good laughs. Hopefully I can
good stuff.
Hey Gates, I will say this. Hey man, it's a personal record for us. We wrapped the show up in an hour and 30 minutes and not 2 hours and 50 minutes.
It's not 2 hours.
On us.
Yeah.
Hang on, we haven't signed off yet.
Right. Well, it's a good show, Ty. We'll see how it goes, man. But yeah, definitely shout out to everybody who was in the chat, man, and reaching out in the chat.
We want y'all to recognize Julio Jones. Talk about them game changers. I didn't say Saquon's name in there either. That boy's a problem when that damn X turns orange.
Man, I got Hopkins. I got JJ Watt. You know what I'm saying?
J.J. County, is he a game changer, X Factor, or superstar?
He's a superstar. Him and Watson are superstars.
Watt's a superstar?
The quarterback, yeah. I'm gonna bring him out.
Watson, I thought you said Watt. I'm like, J.J. Watt is only a superstar.
No, he's X Factor. The quarterback is a superstar. My two X Factors are Watt, J.J. Watt, and DeAndre Hopkins.
Hey, Bill, who are your X Factors, Bill?
I got Juju.
Yes.
I got Roth, and there's one more. Sheesh. I think it's going to be Devin Bush. He's the mystery guy.
Yeah,
I got one damn X Factor, but that's about right.
You know who has the most? What team has the most?
Ooh.
Yes, I already looked. Yes.
Kansas City?
Huh?
Kansas City?
Nope.
LA? The Rams?
Nope.
Hold on. I do want to guess this. Hey, Dallas could be in that mix for the most X Factors.
Nope.
Okay, NFC or AFC?
NFC.
Wow. Oh, the Eagles?
The
Eagle.
Well, I know it's true because you're saying it, but I don't agree with that in real life.
They have like 4 or 5 of them.
I wouldn't give them more X Factors than Dallas. I wouldn't give more X Factors than the Rams. Well, no, the Rams really only got 2 if you really, really think about
it. Gurley. Yep.
Yeah.
They have 4 or 5 of them. Look at it.
No, Brandon Cooks could be an X Factor.
I think he's a superstar. But I don't think he's an X Factor. Eagles have like 4 or 5 X Factors.
If they actually are in the game, I'm saying in real life, based off how they play, I could have seen Brandon Cooks being an X Factor.
Yeah.
Who the hell do the Eagles got to where they got all them X Factors?
Bro, you're gonna have some problems.
I didn't say, hey. Well, thus why I told you I agree with your take today, man. That first two might be a little rough. Now, I'm not saying I might not make playoffs or nothing like that, but I'm saying I can't sit here and come out the gate and say I can overcome 20 points in most game and take that out the gate.
Yeah.
No, you don't, Kurt. You don't have the best DB in the game. Lattimore was downgraded last season. The best DB in the game, honestly, to me, it should be Jalen Ramsey as usual. But if it's not him, I'll give it to that boy Xavier Howard on the Dolphins.
I think Ramsey is.
That shit done sail, Kurt.
Yeah. Lock down, baby. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Ty, when's gonna be next show? Next Saturday or right before the season? Or...
You know what, man? Let's touch bases on maybe Friday, Saturday, man, and see where we're at and what's going on, and maybe we could possibly look at one Saturday because the season starts Monday.
Yeah. Yeah, try to squeak in maybe even Sunday since Monday's that first day.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe you can find the guest. There's bound to be some owner that wants to come in here and talk some trash.
Definitely, man.
I think Paya, he wants to get in there, right?
I know. I asked him today. He's not getting. He hasn't responded. But any other owner who feels like they
on a most wanted list somewhere, I don't know.
Hey, Paya, hey, you wanted Saquon? Hey, if I give you Saquon Barkley, will you do you got to be a co-host for the entire season on this show and show your face and be accountable for your actions. If you agree to that, then maybe we can discuss sending you Barkley.
Yeah, well, I mean, the show is open, man. It's the voice of the owners. Anybody want to come on and say can talk about anything we mentioned or feel like we didn't represent you right and all that. You're more than welcome to come up here.
You know what? That we haven't hardly ever had on the show. You know what? Maybe Gates. Maybe we should try these on NBL strings and get Candyman live and in color. He's never been interviewed. Never been on the show.
Yeah, that's right. I'll reach out to him.
It's a good one. That's a good one.
I mean, I would like to talk to Doc. I mean, we've called him out a couple times. Can we get Doc on the show?
Yeah, Doc. Has Lincoln ever come on?
Nope.
KC? He's another guy, man. Yeah. There you go, man. There's some possibles, man, for sure.
Hey, Bill, when is the next advance?
God, I don't know. Boone threw it out there.
I know. Well, I'll look.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it. I thought he said week 2 was like Saturday. We want to do something. Yeah, I had to look.
Currently looking for the next advance.
Okay, so when preseason week now, we advance on Friday.
Okay.
So Friday we advance to week 2. Saturday we advance to week 3. Sunday we advance to week 4.
Okay.
There you go. Get to 53.
Yes.
53,
where the computer's gonna do it for you, and you ain't gonna like it.
Yeah. You're not gonna like it.
And true to form, practice squad stealing is on. Just like any other NFL team, man, they're going to swipe your guy. If you don't want to put him on your roster, he's fair game, man. If you got a little gem you're trying to hide there, he's fair game, man. They're going to take him.
For sure. Well, I appreciate you guys joining in. Ty, until the next one, Bill. I appreciate you.
You know it, man. You know it. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it, man. Good time had by all.
Good night.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, man. I appreciate y'all. Until the next one. Signing out.
Wow.
Peace out.